Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, today I'm going to show you a tutorial that I've put up on Python and SQLite. So here's the tutorial. So I got two terminal sessions I'm going to open up. First, just so you know, when you install SQLite, in my case I'm using Mac OS 10, that's already installed as part of the default in Mac OS 10. Also, if you run your Python interpreter and you do an SQLite 3 package or try to import it, that is, as of apparently Python 2.5, these standard packages included in the core set of Python packages. So it's kind of good, I guess. So knowing all that, let's open up one of our terminals here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the SQLite, or sorry, the how to initialize your SQLite 3 in a Python interpreter. So all you got to do, as I said, is just do a SQLite 3 because that's included as part of the core interpreter package as of 2.5. If you just do SQLite 3 version and also the SQLite 3 version. I think these are two different things, obviously. Oh. SQLite 3, SQLite version. Okay, so we know that works. Okay. So here, one of the things we need to do is let's try our SQLite itself. And what happens is we have a default database name of test.db. So if you run these tables and exit commands, this is what we get. And of course, this is all explained in the link here that I've got. And if I do an ls, you'll see here I do have a test.db. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run some important simple Python scripts. Just see where I'm at. I think, yeah. If I jump into this session here, what I've done is I've created four Python scripts. So the first one we're going to look at is basically it's going to do it's going to spit out the version of SQLite, the version, and that's run from within the Python. So let's check out what that does. Again, this is all explained in the link, and it's all good. Of course, we have to do the import to find our database, and then connect into it. Run this SQL command to get the version, and then it will spit it out. Pretty simple stuff. There's an error. Just throw an exception and then close the connection. Pretty straightforward. So if we run that example Python, that's it. That's exactly what we wanted. Just edit it again with Sublime. That's exactly what we wanted, and this is what was the output when it's successful. Okay, let's try out the second example. And it's a little easier. Connects into the database, sets up the cursor, and then executes the command or SQL select SQLite version, fetches, and then prints out the data. So there's no exception handling or nothing like that of any kind. So let's run that one. So that's Python 2, and it's the same idea, same effect. Now, you move further down, there's a bunch of other explanations explained in this document. I'm just going to do basic stuff. I'm going to do an insert data now. I'm going to run this exact command here. Now, do recall I've already run this before, so you may see duplicates of instances of the Audi, Mercedes, Skoda in this cars database. Or sorry, table cars. I always get my uh, tables and databases messed up. Okay, so let me just show you this example. So I'm going to call it insert Python, and this is it. So again, imports all the packages that are needed, does a connection into the database, test DB, and then basically it's going to run first the create table, and then insert the data into the cards. This may fail actually. Let's call this test2db. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to run insert Python script. So a couple of things here. So what has happened at our level here is we've got a new database file called test2db, and that was created by this insert Python script. You can see here, and then inserts all the data. So in the next example, we are going to read that data. Now in this example, I didn't bother showing you, just drops a table, recreates a table, whoop-de-doo. And then in this next one is does the inserts, and then there's going to be one that does basically retrieving the data. You know, simple stuff. I just want to show you the simple stuff that and how it works. So in this case, we have a script called fetch. So let's take a look at that. So here it is. But again, I'm going to change the database to test2 database. And it's going to do a select star from cars the table. Okay. So let me just show you that again. I kind of rushed through that. Okay, so we got our importer packages, connect into the database, test2db, connect into and create a cursor, run the SQL, select star from cars, fetch, and then just print them out each row. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, so let's run it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run fetch Python script. There you go. So those are the outputs of the database from the cars table. Simple, simple, simple. Okay, so there you go. To have Python call and communicate with the SQLite 3 is pretty straightforward setup. Should be fine for my tables, and see what happens from there. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.